So, ladies and gentlemen, we have been talking about what the Cowboys could do in free agency for quite some time now. Listen, there's no question about how we've been like, please, can this be the offseason that the Dallas Cowboys open up the pocketbook and say, you know what, let's go ahead and let's spend the money for a tier 2 guy. Let's make the big move. But now we're hearing from some sources like John Machota and company, the Dallas Cowboys could be looking on the inside and how that could be the answer to their problems with the wide receiving core. With that being said, let's dive straight into it. Now, before we continue with today's video, if you guys could do me a favor and hit the like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Also, subscribe if you're new and hit the notification bell as well. The average continues to drop. We're at 84% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed. So if you fall into that 84%, please consider subscribing. And with that, let's talk about this. So there was a tweet, I gotta give a shout out, and you'll see it on the screen now, to Shane Carter. He basically put out what John Machota talked about on the radio. For those that don't know what radio show or where he spoke on it, it was on SA Sports Star 94.1, 6 to 10 in the morning. And what he specifically stated was that listening to John Machota talk, it sounds like the Cowboys' current plan for wide receiver is to rely on a second-year development of Jalen Tolbert, plus Michael Gallup getting a full year removed from ACL surgery as their way of getting better at the position. Listen, I don't know what to say other than what else should we have expected? I talked about, hey, these are guys they can go after in free agency, right? These are guys they can go after and get a trade. And it's not like it's unrealistic. Like, listen, if you put some resources there, that would be an upgrade at that position. But the Dallas Cowboys have said, you know what? We're good. And we're hearing they're interested in OBJ. Oh, they opened up all this cap space, which, by the way, we're going to talk about those restructures and what they could do cap space-wise in another video. But the fact is that you've restructured Zach Martin and Dak Prescott's deal. You've opened up some money. You got around $14.7 million, and you can open up some more. And apparently, they want to use that money for their guys. Again, we will talk about that in the next video, but just to show you, you have the money to go out and get an OBJ. Even if you want to do a 2 or 3 year deal, you have the money to go and make a trade and make things work. But you're choosing not to do that. You know, we want to complain about certain players like, oh, Dak Prescott is this. Oh, the offensive play calling was this. But we never talk about the front office putting pieces there. Yes, you have CeeDee Lamb. Michael Gallup, we do not know what he is going to look like in 2023. He could be washed for all we know, and I hope not. I swear on you, I hope not. But if he is, then we're running into a situation where it's like, well, shit, we're screwed. Because you are banking on a guy that didn't really do well, and you're going into a new scheme-ish kind of thing, where you are changing the offense around 30% at most, apparently. You know, and they're not going to say, oh, we're changing the whole thing, but, you know, we'll see there. You're banking on a guy that played only a handful of snaps to be a wide receiver 3 most likely for you, and Michael Gallup being your wide receiver 2. There's no guarantee in that. Now, does that mean you don't draft a receiver? No, because now it's like, okay, now receiver's on the board. And I think we need to see what they do with Michael Gallup, because I think if they touch his contract, we're having a completely different conversation. But I am just so irritated with this front office, and I hate sounding like a broken record, and I understand that other people have talked about it. But I am done with this front office trying to act like this is the way to go. It's not. If you feel that you need more firepower, you need to go get fire. Like, If you are cool with what you have in store, why did you go get T.Y. Hilton? Why did you try to go get Jerry Jeudy or Brandon Cooks? You know how stupid that fucking sounds? Are we kidding me? Like, what are we doing? We like our guys. We're monitoring the situation of things. It's bullshit. I'm sorry, but it's bullshit. And I hate to say that, but it's the honest to God truth. And I have a problem with people in this fan base that want to act like that this is okay. We have people going out there on Twitter saying, you know what, I would rather draft and develop than go all in for a Super Bowl push. We've been doing this shit for 10 plus years now. Screw the whole 27, 28 years. I don't care about that. Talking about the Stephen Jones philosophy, we have been doing this for nearly a decade plus, since 2012 really. Actually, I would say 2013 onward, because 2012 was the last year we actually tried. You guys aren't trying. Like, you have done nothing in these past 10 years to get you there. I do understand that the Dallas Cowboys, interestingly enough, in the past 7 years, are tied for second with the 10 most, the 4 most double-digit win seasons. You know, you got the Chiefs with 7 straight now, and then you have the Cowboys tied with several other franchises for 4. Not consecutively, but in that span of time since 2016. And that's great and all, but like, you are not getting that final last push, if that makes any sense. Like, the Cowboys aren't even trying. Again, I have said, load the clip. I would love for you to do that. And for me, all I'm asking for you to do is go sign an Odell or trade for a DeAndre Hopkins. Draft a guy. Go get a linebacker. Get Bobby Wagner, or fuck it, re-sign LVE. But you look like your guys aren't going to do that. Like, what are we doing here? Are we stupid? Yes, we are. And this is why I get frustrated, and I understand people don't like it that I'm negative. People don't like it that I say all these things the way I say it. But guys, I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to lie to you and say that, guys, you know what, everything's okay. Everything's fine. Because it's not. I will tell you, yeah, I think that, like, as they're currently constructed, do I think this team is shitty? No, I don't think so. I think they're a team that can make the postseason. You see what's happening to Philadelphia. They're kind of starting to figure out what they have to do because they're starting to lose players. Like, Darius Slay, he could be gone. James Bradbury's gone. Like, all these players are leaving. But at least they made it to the Super Bowl. And, you have a weak NFC. Why are you not capitalizing on the current situation? You're not. I've said it on this channel. I'm going to say it again. You have a 3-year window to capitalize on. Aaron Rodgers is probably going to leave the conference. That means whether you like Dak Prescott or not, and however you want to feel on Jalen Hurts, if you think Jalen Hurts at this point in time is the best quarterback in the conference, then Dak Prescott's right behind him, arguably, depending on what your flavor is of quarterback. If you think Dak Prescott's a top 10 QB, he's definitely a top 3 quarterback in the NFC, especially if Aaron Rodgers leaves. Tom Brady isn't here anymore, and he's not that same dude. Even if he comes back, or hell, if he goes to a different conference. The Cowboys have the NFC wide open. Wide the fuck open. It is up to them to take that window and capitalize on it. And that's all I'm going to say there. The Cowboys going forward with this plan would be idiotic. You don't improve at the wide receiver position, and you are gambling. And you could be like, "Oh, Space, you're gambling on OBJ. You're you're all this other bullshit." I don't care how you want to phrase it. You are not trying. You are literally sitting on your ass, and I don't want to hear people say, "Oh, the Cowboys are amazing at team building." No, the fuck they're not. They're good enough to get you to the postseason, but they're not good enough to get you over the top. And that has happened every single year. Every single year in the Dak Prescott era. 2016, it was the defense. 2018, the defense fell apart and your run game couldn't get going. 2021, your entire offense shit the bed because offensively you could not game plan and you nearly won that game. And then this go around, you wet the bed again because you did not take advantage of the opportunities on offense. And that's where it stands there. I don't give a shit if it's the quarterback. I don't care if it's the play caller. you are not doing something right, and you are not pulling all the chips to the table, which, by the way, you don't have to do. All you have to do is try. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I do hope, if you could, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This team, man. I can't believe it. This is Space Cowboy Media signing out. Have a good one, guys.